when Matt invited me to speak, it was like, what do I not know anything about Facebook? So I really wanted to learn about it. And I've got up a slide. This is Kirkland Hall. And you think about it, it only goes back to 2004. And Mark Zuckerberg put up, we have opened the Facebook for popular consumption at Harvard University. 2004, not long ago. In 2008, a gentleman in Colombia, Oscar Morales, Facebook didn't even have in a Spanish-speaking site, but he got upset with the revolutionary army in Colombia that was terrorizing people, and he went on Facebook and created a page, 1 million voices against FARC, this revolutionary army. He had only about 130 followers. The next morning he'd get up and he had 15,000 people that liked that group. Inside of 30 days, there were 10 million people that marched in Colombia in hundreds of cities. But that wasn't enough. People contacted him from around the world. So there were 2 million more people that marched around the world through Facebook. It's incredible. How fast is Facebook growing? Look at the other things that came alive during our lifetime. I mean, I don't go back radio, but I go back to almost to television. Radio, 38 years to get 50. Television, 13. Internet, 4. iPod, 3. Those things came on pretty fast. But what is the trajectory of Facebook? 100 million users in 9 months. 9 months. Growing to 1 billion members. 1 billion members. And we sit here and we talk about all these different sites that we're building. It's going to draw people to it. And all the other people are out at this other place. They're all congregating on the central nervous system of the internet, which is Facebook. You have over 30% of 2 billion people. 2 billion people on the internet who regularly use Facebook just don't have an account. So you know, whether we're paying attention to it or not, it's going on all of the time. That many people regularly using Facebook. It's where people are. It's where clients are, prospective clients. Per month, how do people build connections on Facebook? Through data that they share. They're posting web links. They're posting news stories. 3 billion photos a month get shared on Facebook. 30 billion pieces of information shared on Facebook that allow us to get to know other people based on their likes. And what did Zuckerberg try to create? These quotes are small, but it was to be a utility. Just a utility. It wasn't to be a destination place. So people could be more efficient in getting to know the world and wouldn't have to spend as much time getting to know the world and to have good experiences through this medium that he was creating. It's just a utility. It's a utility. It was never intended to be a substitute for face-to-face communication. It was to get to know better the people we already know, our co-employees, our acquaintances, our friends, our relatives, my cousin that contacted me that I hadn't seen in 40 years. 40 years that we're connecting by virtue of Facebook, you know, but we don't talk about it so much in the law. It's important because you're your real self. You go by your name. You don't go by a pseudonym at Twitter about Atlanta injury lawyer, all the other crap that lawyers do. It's real, and it's based on trust and people that we know around us that are sharing information. And that's really important, trust in the law. There's Peter Thiel, who was the founder of PayPal, that was an original investor in Facebook, and he said it's perhaps the purest expression that he can think of. And what he meant by that was sharing things that we think are important. Pictures of our kids. I mean, the fastest growing group is grandparents on Facebook starting to use it, 50-some years old and above. So what Zuckerberg built was something that turns individuals into positions of authority at the expense of institutions. Would the ABA be better to organize associations on Facebook? Perhaps. Would bar associations be better to relate, suppose to Law Day in the mall, to have Facebook? Perhaps. And how will Facebook impact the law? Because it's not up for debate, it's going to go on. You can say it's not going to go on, but who cares what you think? It's going to go on. So I'm just going to throw out some questions and share my quick ideas on each one, but formulate your own. How could an individual lawyer use Facebook? Well, imagine a lawyer in a small town like La Crosse, Wisconsin, where I practiced 20 years, put up Ask a Lawyer. Only one in town, and answered questions that he got from clients. And people liked it and put it in their news feed. Now they actually liked Kevin O'Keefe, good guy lawyer who was coming into their news feeds, and they shared it with other people in their community. How could law firms use Facebook? Maybe as opposed to pushing out their crap on other people, they could actually highlight good people in their firm that were doing civic causes, leading social clubs, coaching soccer, giving a face on the firm so people would actually like lawyers and law firms. How could Facebook be used by legal publishing, including blogs? We could take a blog like I have, start to publish a little bit of it, not spam. People don't join Facebook to get auto feeds from lawyers. But all of a sudden, 300 people in a couple weeks liked my page, and now it's law students and lawyers. And that's phenomenal to me, and law professors, a whole different group of people that I've never met. How could it be used for the advancement of legal dialogue? We'll share information that we see in the New York Times. People that follow me would start to like it, comment on it, law professors, lawyers. We get a dialogue going on Facebook as opposed to making people come to some site that we're going to create because we're great. It doesn't make any sense. How could Facebook be used to make the law more accessible? We got the ABA that went out and studied that people turn to lawyers or people they trust. Well, I could have shouted out the window for that. But make the law really more accessible. That individual lawyer in a town that could ask a lawyer to share information. So maybe they only charge $75 an hour because they don't have high overhead. And now they're building relationships of trust on Facebook. And how could Facebook help restore the public's trust in our legal profession if we would go out and be ourselves and be people where everybody already is? That's high impact stuff. High impact stuff. If Oscar Morales can bring together, 120 million people around the world in 30 days, why can't individual lawyers be more authoritative than traditional legal institutions by harnessing the power of Facebook? So just ask yourself that question. Thank you very much.